Thanks for checking in. We are headed out. They've already been chopping silage for about a half hour, and we got breakfast eaten and our bags packed, and we're ready to go. I was definitely not expecting them to start this early. When Garrett said, you gotta go, I was like, whatever, you don't ever start till 10 anyway. And he said that he thought it was so dry that it would probably, there probably wasn't going to be any dew, and that it would probably chop pretty well. So today's going to be kind of interesting. Maybe only 7 loads. I'm hoping I can be done by noon. I have to judge a pageant this afternoon, so I'm getting the best of both worlds here today. Just a little review. The truck backs up. Ding. The blower, and whoosh, to the deck. And it should probably help, so here I go. Alright, so I've got to hook up this bad boy, and I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I've never hooked it up to the four-wheeler, so this will be interesting, and hopefully I can get some footage. I don't really have a place to put the phone, but somehow that's got to be hooked up, and yeah. Turns out it's really hard to pull the four-wheeler, and the wheels are turned. Alright, so I literally had my knee right there, and I was pulling the four-wheeler. Whew. Never know how strong you are until you try. Ow. Lock that so it doesn't spin. Here we go. Meeting at the tractor. Let's get the show on the road. Just waiting in the truck, getting my protein, and this is gonna take a while. There is not much silage, so we usually cut each month, June, July, excuse me, and August. But we skipped July. It's August 1st today. We skipped July because we haven't had much rain, and the grass has not grown hardly at all. So I thought I'd have a lot of videos and I'd be running out of content, but this is not the case at all. And I will probably spend the most of my day waiting because there's hardly any silage. And you want to go ahead and chop it before the grass dies, but there's not much at all. I usually run the rake. I think I said that a lot in the other videos. I usually run the rake, but this year's been a little different just because of the situations. And this particular pasture, I don't like raking because it's so tippy. So Garrett's doing that, and then the next one I probably will rake. And the last one, my father-in-law will probably just rake while he's waiting for the trucks because it's about, I don't know, 5 or 6 minute drive. So anyway, today will be a little interesting, but I'm in the trucks just chilling, and we'll get the show on the road because I don't got all day. This would be my view. And the flies are biting bad. There must be some rain in the forecast for this evening because they really hurt. There's the chopper. Our yard actually doesn't look too bad. That looks almost thick for this spot. You know, the cows were on it, so there's not going to be too much. our baby calves in here in the spring. We'll do mommies. Oh, there comes the back. I am parked here under the shade. I thought my father-in-law had already chopped this because there's not really anything out there. And then when I went to turn around, I realized that's just how thin the rows are. So I think I'm gonna go rake now. I was literally getting out of my car when I heard a phone ring, and I thought it was my iWatch because it had called Garrett today, and I was like, oh crap, you know, I just turned it off and stuff, and it wasn't my iWatch. So I'm looking at my phone like, oh no, you know, it's automatically calling, and it's not my phone, it's literally the car next to me, and they just left a voicemail and everything. That's so funny. I would have thought you could turn something like that off, but I guess not. Anyway, the car next to me is talking. So I found out earlier, I just want to do like a little tidbit. I found out earlier that the vehicle that was talking was actually like 2 or 3 cars over. So I thought it was the car next to me because it literally sounded like it was coming from that car. But this guy was sitting in his vehicle listening to a bunch of voicemails and stuff like that. And it's like, do you know that everyone can hear this? I don't know. But I literally walked around his vehicle and heard every word of his voicemails, and yeah, it was really funny. But so if your car does that, make sure that people can't hear, because I was literally at like the edge of the sidewalk and I could hear everything. I thought it was the car next to me, and I didn't realize it wasn't until I kind of walked around. But anyway, yes, words to the wise.